If men say they want to talk about men's rights, how many women are willing to hear that?
About 2%.
So then can we conclude that women don't really care about men's feelings?
If we're talking stereotypically, I would say that is correct.
I don't think that's a fair conclusion because of the power struggle that we go through, but I think that both parties could be more willing to listen. I think the frustration comes when women are trying to talk about women's issues and then men are like, well, what about men? When they didn't even bring the conversation up.
Doesn't the opposite happen? When men talk about men's issues, women say, what about women?
Personally, I've never had a man bring it up on his own. It only ever comes up when a woman's talking about issues she faces.
Now let's give her the real. Women don't give a damn or care jack shit about what a man goes through or his issues.
What do you mean you don't have a boyfriend? You're so pretty. What do you mean you have 0 men in your phone? What do you mean you've gone 8 months without... What do you mean? That makes no sense. Yeah, well, combine pretty with intelligent, strong, successful, slaying at life, you've got a very terrifying woman on your hands.
She certainly isn't very humble, is she? And then she's also kind of like dorky and quirky, which is just, look, it's not seductive, it's not attractive. And she also smokes cigarettes, is a feminist, and has a chest tattoo.
Other than all those things that she sounded completely delusional about and were most likely lies, the thing that stuck out to me was her saying that she was dangerous, a dangerous woman. Yeah, you're so dangerous that you keep men far away at bay. Like, these women literally just diss themselves. Like, if you're so wonderful, intelligent, all these things that she mentioned, these buzzwords, how come you weren't intelligent and wonderful and dangerous enough to get yourself a man? Answer that first, and then maybe you can make a video.
It was today when I realized a pet peeve of mine is a grown-ass man saying, I wanted to see you, or I want to see you. Okay, what am I supposed to do with that information? What is that supposed to do for me? You want to see me? Oh, that's cute. I have Instagram, I have a website, I have TikTok, I have Facebook, I have Twitter, if you want to see me.
Toxic.
I am newly single, and I have been single for 3 months, and I chose to leave the man. I was going to get married. He was perfect on paper, but I walked away.
Why? Stupid.
Because I am very...
And this is why, like, yo, this is what I'm trying to say. Arranged marriages are a thing because women make bad decisions.
No, because I'm like you. I'm very picky and I know what I want. And it's like, although someone's maybe perfect for me on paper and yeah, he treats me like a princess and things like that, there's things that I need. And if that person doesn't have it...
You're 29.
Yeah, so...
Can you be a bit specific?
Yeah, it's like, the person was a people pleaser.
What?
Like, not just with me, but with like the family, his friends. It was like the people around him. He was just...
So he's a nice guy?
He's a really nice guy.
This is fucking crazy.
Little does she know, she completely cooked herself in the dating market. And that's the thing. A lot of women pass up on men they were supposed to be with. And then when they get later down the line, they're slamming straight into the wall and they can't deny it any longer. Then they're looking for that nice guy and they start asking, where have all the nice guys went?
When I hear a man talking about how, you know, he only goes 50-50 with a woman and he don't want to pay for nails and it's too expensive and in this economy, how could I and why should I? I'm thankful when they have girlfriends because that just means you are not on my radar for dating.
Which also proves that the women that they're dating are more realistic, unlike you and your friend right there, which are unrealistic, which will keep you single. So who's actually winning here?
You don't hear this conversation from men who have their shit together. You hear this conversation from men with the dangly earrings, wearing Chelsea boots and
I like
fedoras.
the dangly earrings.
Not me, baby. Is a epitome of a sassy man.
Which also proves that the men that you're looking for are way out of your caliber and that the guys you should be going for are those guys that are going 50-50. You see, that's the thing. Women do everything and play the game on stupid mode, which is backwards. They invert and go backwards every single time. It's ridiculous. So yeah, this is why they have no results. They have a podcast that nobody gives a shit about, complaining about things that they don't qualify for.
Get a job?
These are icks. Handlebar mustaches, long toenails. I just thought of one. Driving out of a parking ramp and can't figure out how to pay.
When his card gets declined.
Well, here's something interesting. When they do surveys among divorced couples and the woman initiates the divorce, one of the top reasons she always gives is she feels like, right? They never say I think, they say I feel like he didn't do enough for me, right? It's like the number one thing. And I think that we give women like a totally overblown expectation that men are supposed to like serve us or be doing. He wasn't emotionally taking care of me usually means like I wanted him to anticipate that I want him to do a bunch of shit that he would never think about that I would want him to do and stuff like that. So
no matter how much knowledge Rachel Wilson kicked right there and how much she literally cooked, these women don't hear it. They will never listen to men when men tell them exactly what the problem is. They'll just scream or do exactly what men don't like.
men don't like loud women.
Women don't even like men! And guess what? Bubblegum in a dish. Half these men have shrimp dicks. I'm not worried about it, bitch.
The rocks. Yeah. Abdul?
Yeah, get the rocks.
Get the rocks.
I think it's probably one of the...
I had an ex, yeah, and he was very toxic, so...
Can you please tell us how he was toxic?
He brought his religion too much to our relationship. I feel like I'm a person that it's very ongoing, and he used to be very shy, so he just to like tell me, don't wear this, don't try to go out, don't do this, and...
That's toxic?
Yeah, for me, it's toxic.
Honestly, that doesn't sound toxic to me. That sounds like having boundaries and not wanting his girl to be a slut.
He was a man of God.
Like, ladies, why is it like I find it amazing how girls get in a relationship with a guy. The guy puts in boundaries. I don't want you to dress a certain way. I don't want you to go to the club. I don't want you to do certain behaviors.
Go to therapy.
That might hurt our relationship because I'm the one that's providing for you, loving for you, willing to die for you, right? Yet you want to go out and advertise yourself to other men, but that's considered toxic.
The saddest thing about this is that when women are shown reality, it typically does not dawn on them, and they typically don't connect the dots until later on in life. And that's the sad part here about all of these videos, about all these things in totality. But yeah, man, it's just crazy. Women really don't understand men, and they never really try to until now. But you still have a lot of hard-headed women out there. But guys, if you stop simping for them, a lot of this will stop, and it'll just fix itself.
For richer?
For richer.
For poor?
For poorer.
Yeah. We hit that snag about 20 times in counseling. To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling.
He's toast.
Well, if a guy tells you, don't wear that shirt because when you go out, guys are going to see you. Why is he scared? Because he's looking at other girls wearing the same shit.
Exactly.
So whatever your man is insecure about or doesn't want you doing or blames you for doing even though you're not doing it, you're not the problem. He's scared that you're going to do what he's doing to you.
Yeah.
So that would, okay.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, are you dumb?
I think she's dumb. I think she's dumb.
And you even do it today. You take every single shot that you possibly can at everything about me. And it's like, like you didn't highlight every other gentleman as that such. Like, what about me? I don't think that there was one perfect man that you seen on the show, but you decide to speak on every little thing about this one man. Like, I feel like it's corny because you keep constantly trying to reach out to me after the show. So I honestly feel like, you try to play.
It's because she was feeling you, bro. Like, that's the thing. She was just following the lead, most likely, of the other women. And this is just my assumption. I'm pretty sure that they let them know when on this Pop the Balloon challenge, when people were looking for love, those women that are standing in line, to be brutally honest, like heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, it's just good for the content. So I'm telling you, man, it's wild. But yeah, she hit him up after the show. She probably was really like intimidated on the show speaking to him, but that's probably her type.
She reached out after the show. What are y'all saying? Hey.
It's corny because you attacking me as a person. That's who I am, bro. Like, I came on the show, it's who I am, and you telling me that everything about me you don't like. But then outside of the show, you want to have a conversation or a hug or a smile on my face or hey, Daryl, or it's a us. It ain't no us thing.
Us?
The reason why me and you had a viral clip is because I handle myself well. I very well could have been looked at as a sassy or an evil man if I would have gave you the response that you deserve. But I gave you what I felt like it needed to be presented, because a lot of young men get tricked out of their spot dealing with young women like yourself, and I don't want to be the crash out example. I want an example that no matter what, you could still be able to hold.
Someone asks, what do you bring to the table? I am the table!
Shut up, bitch.
That's it for tonight, fellas. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you guys comment your thoughts at the bottom. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.
If one of us eat, then we all ball. Sip coladas out in Cancun. Please stop praying for my downfall. It ain't coming no time soon. From the concrete, a little bitty rose grew.